If that's a fact, then I'll be more than you ever could dream of. If all you need is my time, then I got plenty of. I could be wrong, but I feel like something could be going on. Please, only you. I wanna be
Hello, everybody. How are you guys doing today? I hope you guys had an amazing Father's Day for those who celebrated Father's Day. My dad was happy to see all his kids in one room. Not that it's that uncommon for us to all be in one room, but it was nice. So I hope those who celebrated had a good Father's Day. So, on the way home, I had to start watching the episode because I wasn't home yet when the episode started. So I did miss some things, which is ultimately why I decided to go live. I wanted to just make it a conversation instead of me scrambling to figure out what I missed and whatever. Y'all can just help me out. This is a collaborative review today, okay? And don't feel like you have to make a choice between who's live to watch. Once Sarah goes live, Go and support our sister, okay? This is a sisterhood over here. Make sure you go and show her some love as well. I didn't want to go live on Sunday because I know she goes live on Sundays. I was like, damn. But yes, show Sarah some love as well. Addie, it ain't that simple. All right. Uma and Will have no chemistry. You know, I was thinking that too. But Uma's out here like, I'm so happy that I was chosen. It's me, y'all. It's me. So I said, well, hey, girl, if that's all you want in a relationship, then cool. You got chosen. Let's go with that. Who's a mean girl? I'm ready for her to pack her belongings. I'm assuming you guys are talking about Jess because she absolutely is bad vibes. So let's talk about Jess since we're on the subject, okay? Jess feels like Harriet has now started this campaign against her regarding Sean. But Sean came to the realization on his own. Did Harriet make it better? No. But Sean was like, ever since we coupled up, I feel like the vibe has changed. Poor baby didn't realize that even before they coupled up, she wouldn't ever really reciprocate his advances. He would flirt with her and she would just accept. She never said anything in return. So now that they're coupled up, she's kind of doing what she was already doing, but she's also made it known that the war for Ronnie, can you guys imagine? Of all the people in the villa to fight over, there are 2 women and now 3 fighting for Ronnie's attention. Ronnie's attention. If you would have told me that at the beginning of the season, I would have laughed in your face. Ronnie? Child. But now that her hat is still in the ring for Ronnie, I'm sure Sean is realizing, okay, so I was just a placeholder. And Harriet just confirmed what he already knew. Let's be real. Jess is a mean girl for calling Harriet a cheeky B word. Yeah, you know, and Jess is just gonna say, well, that's just my banter. That's just how I am. Where I come from, this is how we, this is how we talk to each other. It's funny. Like, it's not funny if you keep insulting people. And can you still call it a joke if the person who it's directed at doesn't find it funny? I don't know. Just come on. So much for being the prize. Ronnie laughing in front of Harriet. Did you think that was funny? I actually thought that was cruel. A part of me only thinks it's funny because, like I said in my review, don't look at us crazy when Ronnie does what Ronnie does. And Ronnie is doing exactly what he's always done this whole season. Like, what about him was serious? Nothing. And she's now like, Ronnie, come on. Like, I have to deal with this. He's been like this. But you were the one that he was being cheeky with and sneaking around with, so it wasn't funny then. But now you're catching the short end of the stick, and it's no longer funny. Harriet, girl, you should not be shocked. The man has been consistent. That's one thing we could say about Ronnie for sure. I don't understand what they see in Ronnie. Neither do I, child. Neither do I. I want to see their reactions when his... Not the hairpiece, child. Oh my gosh. Not the hairpiece. Ronnie does not care. He also said F Harriet in front of Uma. Yeah, at the sleepover, he was like, who's Harriet? Guys, movie night is going to be... Mwah. Oh, it's going to be so good. I really like Harriet. She's so sweet. I honestly don't have a problem with Harriet outside of the fact that there's one rule that applies for her and a different rule that applies for other people. And Jess does the same thing. And it's so funny that these 2 women are going head to head when they have some similar characteristics. If you strip it down, they actually do. Jess is so abrasive for no reason. I'm sick of her. I'm ready for her to go too. Definitely ready for her to go. Movie night is going to eat. Absolutely. Well, most of the people even last to movie night. I don't know when movie night is supposed to be because that typically happens after Casa, right? And I think they said Casa should be coming next week. So I think a good majority of the people who are in the villa right now are going to make it to movie night. At least that's what would make it great. We definitely need Ronnie. We definitely need Aya. We definitely need Uma. Definitely need Harriet and Jess. I'm sorry, Jess has to stay for movie night because I need this girl to see that she was a mug the entire time. Like, I'm the prize. I'm not going to fight for Anna. All this stuff. Jess, the way that you see Harriet, I'm sorry, you're kind of looking similar. And she looks at Harriet as if Harriet is beneath her. There's There's rarely any difference between the two of them, if I'm being honest. And the person who I feel for the most in all of this is Sean. Do I feel like Sean was just kind of fitting in where he could to stay in the villa longer? Yes. However, he did not deserve to be used as a plaything by Jess. That's my opinion. So when the girls told him, basically, you're a placeholder for her, it just affirmed something that he was already feeling. And I wish that Jess was more upfront with him instead of taking the defense and saying, well, who said it? Who put it out there? Forget that. What is the truth of the matter? Am I a placeholder? Yes or no? That's what we're talking about here. Anyways, Harriet is choosing to be a permanent side piece. Child, who you telling? Who you telling? We definitely need everyone, Brianna. We need everyone. Jess needs to look in the mirror, personality-wise. I hear you. This cast should have gone on Too Hot to Handle or Temptation Island. They aren't here for love. Is anybody ever really here for love on Love Island? Are they? I don't know, guys. It's giving we're here for the brand deals. I think a lot of people on Love Island are more successful than any other dating show. Specifically, dating show. If this was like Love is Blind compared to Love Island, I think that the Love is Blind people, if you play it right, you're pretty much set for life. But for Love Island, if I was to pick, I would rather go on Love Island than Too Hot to Handle or Temptation Island. Definitely not Temptation Island. There's no platform coming off of that. Too Hot to Handle, decent. Unless you're like a Harry Jowsey who can really play it into your favor, Francesca as well. But Love Island, there's a lot more people who make it good outside of the show. Why are they so horny? I don't know, child. I have no idea. So what do you guys think about the sleepover twist? I love it. I think this is great. I mean, Casa is there. Why not use Casa? You know what I'm saying? I like that the hideaway twist is like, you can use the hideaway for something outside of just being nominated, and it's open 24/7. You can literally choose to sleep there if you wanted to with somebody you're not coupled up with. That's great. Use Casa as well. This was a great utilization of Casa. So I forget these people's names, the bombshells. We have the girl with the big smile. She chose Ronnie. The blonde, the really blonde girl chose Joey. And then the other guy chose Uma. Like I said, Uma was happy to be chosen. Ronnie is going to play the damn fool, but it's Joey that we need to talk about. Because Mr. Joey Essex... Okay, I want to ask you guys, do you feel bad for Samantha, yes or no? Before I say what I'm going to say, I'm going to look for you guys' answers. Dun, 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 dun. Sleepover Twist is giving early Love Island UK, and I'm living. Ooh, I didn't watch the early season, so I'm glad that it's going back to like an OG type of feeling. I'm here for the Sleepover Twist. I just wish there was something else to it. I hear you, especially because there's such a small group of people. It's like, okay, give us something more, you know? It's not giving anything with this group. Really? I think it's just, it was the first night, you know? Let people settle in just a little bit. So people don't feel bad for Samantha. Great, because neither do I. Being completely honest, if Joey Essex, who has had a very lucrative reality TV career outside of Love Island, comes onto Love Island, the last thing I would think as a fellow contestant on Love Island is that he's here for love. He's absolutely here for carnage. He's here for drama. He's here for the producers. He's on the payroll. That would be my impression, right? So if I was Samantha, I would get into my strategy bag and find a way to look like the damsel. She looks like the complainer, and that's why we don't really side with her. But I would find a way to look like the damsel, okay? Instead, she has decided to be insecure, very loud, very outspoken on things that haven't even happened yet. She gets so easily agitated when anything involves Joey not being completely in love with her. And her fandom is what's keeping her from playing this right, okay? We knew there was going to be a girl coming in for Joey, whether it was an ex or not. Producers were going to bring somebody who would be exactly Joey's type to add some drama. What you needed to do is to be that girl who's like, Joey, I'm all in for you, you know. And don't do the insecure thing. Oh, girls are gonna come in. Do you even like me? Why don't you touch me? Don't do all of that. Don't do all of that. Just build this connection with him, fall into it, and then when a girl comes in, that's when you start doing all of the stuff that she's been doing. Because realistically, we have seen moments where I'm thinking of, what's her name? What is her name? Amber from season 5. With Michael, played it right. They brought in somebody who was exactly Michael's type. He acted the fool. Who did we sympathize with? Amber. And in the end, what did they do? Bring somebody exactly for Amber. Was it her type? No. But exactly for Amber, and she went on to win the show because she looked like the damsel. I don't look at Samantha and think damsel. I think crazed fan, and it's kind of sad. It's kind of sad. Joey's absolutely a producer. Like, be for real. Like, how would she not know this? How would she not know this? Okay, well, H feels kind of bad for her. It's hard for me to feel bad for her because she's been starting things from the beginning. The only thing that I feel bad for her is the fact that Joey isn't being honest with her when she's asking questions like, when somebody comes in, like, how are you going to be with me? And he makes it seem like it's not going to be an issue. When this girl came in, I keep forgetting her name. Somebody tell me what her name is. When this girl came in, he still kept saying, like, I haven't even done anything. What's the problem? What's the problem? Knowing that he did have some residual feelings for her, I guess that's where I feel bad for her. But she's been annoying from the beginning, even when Joey didn't do anything. So I almost wanted him to do something so that her reaction makes sense. Is what I'm saying making sense? I hope what I'm saying is making sense because I was just waiting for something to happen so she could finally be justified in her actions. Oh, her name is Grace. Yes, Tyler, Amber's type is women now, but at the time, they sent in a man for Amber. She was right for her judgment, but her execution was way off. That's what I'm saying. She should have waited. She was judging Joey before anybody even came in to be worried about. Like, girl, shut up. Just be the damsel. Just wait. She played it wrong. Played it so wrong. Makes me wonder if Joey is only on the show to rekindle things with Grace. I wouldn't be surprised if that was planned. I think there's an element of planning because how would the producers know of Grace in any capacity? Unless Joey went on the show and then Grace hit up a producer, talk about, hey, he and I have history, put me on the show. They had to have known about Grace by way of Joey. So I do think there's an element of planning there for sure. Man like me said, Joey never liked her, not at all, not one bit, and I don't blame him. I think he would have entertained it more if she wasn't so full on. Because there's times when they talk and I can see the potential. I think their banter is kind of similar. They like to take a piss out of each other. The problem is Samantha gets personal so fast. Like, she'll take things to heart when they have nothing to do with her. When Uma came in and she was yelling from the rooftop, it was like, girl, it's not that deep. You're the only one yelling. And it makes Joey feel like, why is she kicking off of nothing, you know? And then at the thought of other women coming in, this girl started to spiral. And Joey was like, what the frick? Like, I haven't done anything. Lord, she's too much. Maybe their relationship was public. Maybe. Anybody who follows Joey Essex, did he talk about Grace before? So let's talk about Ronnie. Ronnie, I'm trying to see if I rate the game or if I'm upset with him. That's what I'm trying to figure out. I feel like I kind of have to rate it because he's been open. Like, has he lied? Has Ronnie lied about anything? I don't think so. And he takes pleasure in the fact that these women, being Jess and Harriet, were fighting over him. And both women knew they were in competition with each other. Like, it wasn't a secret. Oh, no, Joey did lie. Joey did lie. When Jess asked him if the staring at Harriet or thinking about her all night was true, he lied about that. So he be lying. But both women did know what the situation was. He is going to be physical with both women. He had done that already. So for the new girl to be in the mix and he's doing the same thing he's been doing already, I'm just like, at this point, I have to stand. I don't know. I feel like I have to support it. He does kind of give creepy old man vibes. He does. He really does. Joey just want a paycheck and that's it. And he just wants to be relevant. And Samantha just wants his sweet D. Not the sweet D, child. Not the sweet D. But yeah, no, he's just here for a paycheck. Samantha's first mistake was thinking that Joey was really here for love. And even with Jess and Harriet, their mistake was thinking that Ronnie was actually going to take them seriously. These women gave him an ultimatum and he ran out the clock and still had their favor. At that point, you showed him that you're an idiot. And I don't mean that like in a disrespectful way, but the way that he, like, you know how Jamaicans say like, oh, don't take me for idiot. Like, he sees you as an idiot at this point. You don't even stand by your own rules. Just keep saying, I'm the prize. I'm not going to be second place or whatever, while actively fighting for second place. Harriet says you need to decide, and then he doesn't decide, and you're still there waiting. He has no reason to actually take you seriously. You don't even take yourself seriously. Set that boundary for yourself. And then let's see what he does. Oh, child. I can't believe these girls find Ronnie attractive. Ooh, who you telling? I just don't get what it is about Ronnie. Harriet said Ronnie was one of the best looking guys in the house. He gives me slimy and creepy. She did say that, didn't she? Yeah. Ronnie just wants... Yes, Tyler. Ronnie just wants to smash. And once he has post-nut clarity, you will never see him again. Once he gets a taste of that coochie, he gone. Oh, these girls, be for real. Not Toupee Ronnie. Not Toupee Ronnie. Oh my gosh. Ronnie is not painting himself well. How can any girl really trust him? And that's why I'm saying I kind of have to rate the game, because he has been so transparent on how he's going to play the game. And the women are still looking at him as somebody they want to couple up with. At this point, I can't blame Ronnie. I can't. At this point, I can't blame Ronnie. I cannot believe we're about to head into week 3. I know, it's going by so fast, isn't it, Brooke? It's going by so fast. Saying you're the prize is insufferable. A prize, wonderful. But she really thinks she is so above the other women. She does. She does. And I will say, if Jess spoke less and acted more, I would agree with her. Because at the beginning, I actually really did like Jess. I liked how straightforward she was. I liked how she seemed to carry herself with some kind of like something about her. There was something about her that was different. But the way that she speaks, I'm like, I see you as even less than Harriet. Because at least Harriet hasn't belittled anyone in the pursuit of a man. And to me, if you are belittling people, in my opinion, you might not see it as belittling, but to me, it looks like she's belittling people. How am I going to see you as the prize? Like, the prize would simply just be the most desired person, and it's not giving that. The person who you're fighting so hard for doesn't even want you. You're one of 3 options for him. And right now, she's last on the list. Talk about a prize, child. Unless we're talking about consolation prize, then sure. She's definitely the prize. Definitely the prize. Everybody just seems really desperate at this point. The girls, for sure. The guys are living it up. Except Omar. Omar ain't really living it up. But most of the other guys, living it up. Ooh, let's talk about Kieran. How do you guys feel about the Kieran and Nicole situation? So Nicole... Oh gosh, I'm getting my Love Islands mixed up. Nicole kissed somebody else and said that Kieran would have done the same thing if he was in that position, right? Did that happen? Or was that Love Island USA? Somebody help me out. Anyways, the point of the matter is, they're both looking at each other like, you have nothing to worry about. Oh, you don't have anything to worry about. These two have everything to worry about. Because to each other, they're one way, yet apart from each other, they seem to be different. So if she kissed a guy outside. That was USA, so I'm tripping. Oh, guys, I'm confused. Anyways, let me say what I'm gonna say because I'm confused. Too many Love Islands going on. She doesn't trust Kieran deep down, but she tells him there's nothing to worry about. Kieran is making it seem like there's nobody outside of Nicole who he would want to pursue, when we know Grace is on his mind, but he's telling her there's nothing to worry about. I feel like it would be better to be transparent of his potential want to explore with Grace. I think that's better than saying there's nothing. And then if this thing comes out, because now Omar told Mimi and Ayo, Mimi went and told Kieran, and now Kieran will have to tell Nicole, like, it's worse after you've told me I have nothing to worry about, but then you would have kissed another girl. Like, it was UK? Okay, so it did happen. Okay, I thought I was tripping. Thank you, guys. So they're both, thank you. They are pretending to like each other more than they actually do. And it's okay to say, I really do like you. But somebody did come in and they have piqued my interest. I think that that's okay to say. Especially because they've already been here before. Nicole did kick off when Harriet was in the mix. But at least she does understand people come in and people are going to be intriguing. But you are still my priority. I still want to explore this connection. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Grace has a pretty face, and the boys, especially Kieran, we're feeling her. Absolutely. And I think that Nicole would be dense to not assume that Kieran would be at least looking in Grace's direction. He might not go and chirps her up or anything, but she's a beautiful girl. That would be somebody that he would go for. Like, let's be honest about that part. I feel. I don't even know what's going on. I don't know what's going on either. Now Kieran will have to tell Nicole, you can't say anything in this way. You definitely can't say anything. And Omar talking about, well, I think that maybe Kieran would have wanted to potentially make... Kieran told you to your face that he wanted to kiss Grace. Like, why is he playing dumb? Oh my gosh. Oh, you don't know what's going on. You just tuned in for the mess. Yes, tune in. I'm probably going to be here for like 20 more minutes. I didn't want to go over an hour. I just wanted to talk about the show because I missed a lot of it and I wanted your guys' input on this episode. That 140% closed off is actually 40%. No, seriously. Seriously. What do you think will happen to Ayo and Mimi? We didn't get to see much of them in the last 2 episodes, so I don't actually know where they stand. I think that if Ayo turns his head again, I don't think Mimi will. I would like to hope that Mimi doesn't stick around for it. Can I guarantee that? No. But I would like to think that my girl would not let this happen twice. Especially, no offense, especially with somebody who doesn't have a similar archetype to herself. If that was to happen again, then now you know for a fact I'm not this man's type, and I will always be second place to somebody who is. You know what I'm saying? He said at the breakfast that everybody was having in the yard, like, if somebody is my type and they come in, whatever he said is irrelevant, but he reiterated to her in that conversation, basically, I'm with you, but you aren't my type. So if somebody his type comes in and he turns his head again, that is affirming to this girl, you will always play second to his type. And if that was the case, I would have to run. They made close until Cal's like, yeah, I don't think anything's going to happen to them until next week. So, yeah. If he turns his head for his type again, girl, you cannot stay after that. Now, if the girl who comes in is similar to Mimi, that's a different conversation. I feel like that's a different conversation. I hate to say it, but Ayo and Mimi can go. I don't want to see Mimi live through struggle love. I mean, right now they're not really struggling. Io's playing stupid. Engage your brain, Io. The game is not just a game. Mimi was right. A game is a chance to shoot your shot. It's true. It's true. And you can see the game as the game if your partner agrees on it. If you and your partner have a conversation and say whatever happens in a challenge, it's just for banter, it's not that deep, and you mutually, genuinely agree, fine. But as long as one person takes the challenge seriously, then it's no longer a game. It's no longer just a game. And if we had that mentality, Love Island itself is just a game. At the end of this, if you were coupled up on the show and after the show you say, oh, well, that meant nothing, what kind of logic does, like, it doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? So a game is never just a game. The show is a show, but your feelings are real regardless of it being a game show. Like, it doesn't matter unless you and the person agree. So I don't know why he was saying that and he was looking at Mimi like she's crazy. Okay, let her go lips up a next man. In the next game, what if she goes and she makes out with Omar? I better not hear your mouth. Crazy. The closing off before Casa is never a good idea. True. They closed off too quickly. Now they don't want to backtrack. Yep. Talking about Nicole and Kieran. Closing off in week 2 is just madness. I mean, hey, we've seen it happen before. I genuinely think Mimi is waiting for Casa to dump Io. Yeah, I wonder if she's gotten over him a little bit. I wonder if the luster of him is dull now. Because how many times can you be told that you're not someone's type? How many times? And I wonder if it has been reported back to her that he was actually frustrated at Uma closing things off. And even if it wasn't reported back, to know that your man chose you, to know that your man is with you not because he chose you, but because the other girl chose herself. Yeah. Dreadful Ruby also gets the vibe that Mimi is over it. We will see. I hope they bring somebody who is just her cup of tea, because she's just going to stay if nobody in Casa tickles her fancy. She'll have no choice. And we know Io's going to have a great time. His type is more expansive than Mimi's type. So I think that he's going to have a better time in Casa regardless of who they bring in. For Mimi, they have to actually bring somebody very specific for her to have a chance to move on. I think Mimi needs to wake up and let the boat sail. Yeah, we'll see. I think at this point, Mimi is just waiting for Casa because it feels like she's checked out right now. There's been a race to be that couple from the beginning. Yeah, I can see that. I hope they bring in somebody who knows how to flirt with Mimi. But don't get too excited at somebody who knows how to flirt, because y'all remember, what's his name, who went for Catherine? What was that name? What was that guy? Uncle. I remember him as the uncle. What was his name, guys? But he went and put in the game on Catherine, and she ate it all up. Ate it all up as soon as they hit the airport. That man was like, yeah, we're not on the show anymore? Okay, guess that's it for me. Like, his name was Elam. Elam. Yes, Uncle Elam, man, that guy was not serious. So it's not just about having somebody who knows how to flirt. It's also about finding somebody who has a genuine interest in her, because knowing how to flirt is not enough. Oh, thank you, de jour. Thanks. Y'all remember Danika's chat? Yeah, that was rough. I am glad that we're not seeing Mimi have to beg men to look in her direction. Like, at least Io is into her. You know what I'm saying? Because watching Danica was hard. It was so hard. And I was looking at her like, what is it about her that the guys just don't see? Because she's gorgeous. She seems fun. Maybe she was just too full on for them. So to watch her basically beg this man to pay her any mind, oh Lord, that was painful. That was painful. Uncle Elon really convinced Kat that they were building their own empire. He sure did. It's jour, not de jour. Oh, I don't even know if I'm still saying jour, right? But thank you for the compliment regardless. Okay. Oh, thank you, all Sid. Yeah, I know you don't watch Love Island. Thank you for the support. Someone said for Casa, they need to mix the UK and US villas. Wait. I think I would like that. Would I? Wait. But then how would that work storyline wise? Because if you watch one and not the other, you wouldn't get the context. That would be interesting though. Crossover episodes. That'd be interesting. I don't know. I'm actually interested in hearing Mimi's post-Villa interviews. You should totally see if you can interview her. I would be interested in hearing what her experience was like. I mean, I'll reach out, but I don't really like reaching out to people because I feel like it's begging. Like, hey, can you please come talk to me? I don't know. I feel like it's a little bit weird. If I had management, oh, guys, this would be no problem. The management would reach out to these people on my behalf. But we'll see. I'll reach out to her. Hopefully she doesn't feel like I've said things that are too whatever. I lost my train of thought. Can we get other show stars onto Love Island? No. I like Love Island as people we have never met. When they start bringing people who we already know, I'm like, it's already an unfair advantage. Like, I don't like that. Unless it was everybody's already somebody we know. But I feel like there's already a show like that. There's got to be a show like that already that's out there. No, I like Love Island just being strangers, people we don't know. Yeah, people we don't know. But Fiji and Spain are nowhere near each other. I mean, they brought Miss Girl from Australia, and they brought the guy from the UK. I mean, they could do something. They brought in Scott last season. Oh, come on, they could do something. They really could do something. I just don't know how they would do the crossover thing. But it would be interesting for the chaos of it all. Cordell and Mimi would look so good together. You think? I don't know about that one. He's a cutie. I just think he fits with Serena more aesthetically. I think that Mimi would look better with a guy, honestly, like the guy who was just dumped, Koi. I think, yeah. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I'm tripping. See, the reason why I didn't say the perfect match, X on the Beach is better. The reason why I didn't say perfect match is because it's solely the Netflix universe. So it's people who have already been on a Netflix show. Whereas X on the Beach is just reality stars in general. It doesn't matter what show you've been on. I think X on the Beach is a better example. Thank you, babes. Thank you for the compliment, babe. I've seen it. I love you too. Where's the hearts? Bring the hearts. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. I got it. Thank you. The only celebs I want are the ones stirring up the pot, then leaving. Yeah, I don't think it'll be fair to keep Joey on to the end. I don't think that's fair at all. Yeah, he has to be eliminated before the final. Or that's a guaranteed win, please. Are you kidding? He will never be at the bottom unless there's some kind of twist. He will never be at the bottom. He'll just never be at the bottom. I don't even think the Islanders would vote him out. It has to be some kind of twist. Yeah. Cordell is too short for Mimi. That's a part of it too. So what I was trying to say was I think she likes a man with like stature. And Cordell is giving baby boy. He's giving baby boy. So yeah, I don't think she'd be into him like that. Dun, 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 dun. They did that on the first season of US, and it was somebody from Big Brother that people did not like. Oh, the first season of US. I'm trying to remember. Who did they bring? I don't remember. I don't remember who that was. Vote off USA and send them to UK and vice versa. Wouldn't be mad at that, honestly. Wouldn't be mad at that. And they wouldn't know each other because they don't get to see the show as it's happening. Last season, the thing that was annoying about Cassie, her name was Cassie, right? Seeing Scott was because she had just watched him on TV. Like, no, bring this person in as some kind of like stranger. That'd be cool. That actually would be cool. God bless and Jesus love you. Period. Please read John 3:16. Period. Love you, Queen. I've been here since Love Island season 8. Got into the show through your recaps. Ah, thanks, Danny. You know, I try my best. It is not my mission to convert people, but if you are converted, it makes me very happy. So glad to have put you on. It would be fun if Koi showed up in the UK. That's what I'm saying. Like, could you imagine? But then we'd have a situation where Uma and Mimi were fighting for a guy again. But at least these men would actually understand, like, okay, we got some real competition this time. Because I feel like the girls are fighting with each other, where the men ain't got to worry about nothing. The men have to worry about nothing. I want the men to feel the pressure. Yeah, I want the men to feel it. Now, Koi just needs to not speak, because after the body count thing, I was very annoyed by him. Thank you for the super chat, MW. Send Koi to the UA Villa. That would stir things up, even though he's boring. Agreed. He's definitely boring, but it would stir things up. I stopped watching the full episodes because of your recaps. Oh, damn. Not me ruining ITV's bag, but thank you, Rachel. Thank you so much. Joey and Grace, that storyline is a setup. Absolutely, it's a setup. Because you just happened to text her 2 months ago. You just happened to. After a year of no talking. Come on. And then he was like, oh, I was just seeing her. But now he's like, yeah, we weren't in a relationship, but it was actually serious. I'm confused. Like, what is this? One day it's a holiday romance that extended a little bit too long. Now it was something that was serious. I'm confused. It's definitely orchestrated, but I'm here for it. I'm here for it regardless. Maybe that's why both shows are running at the same time. We will see. We will see. If they did that, that would be elite, especially for the people who watch both seasons. If you watch UK and USA, you'd get your entire life. You really would. If they send a dumped Islanders to the other country, it would probably not be so entertaining because they rarely dump Islanders that are impactful. That's a good point. That is a good point. That is a good point. It would have to be some kind of surprise dumping where, like, the favorite goes home or something. And then we would rush over to see what happens to them on the other show. That's valid. That's valid. Uma and Will are low-key cute. I believe Uma doesn't like... Okay. Mercy. Aya was live on After Sun. Oh, okay. Tell us what's going on over there. And thank you again for the super chat. What is he saying on After Sun? Hopefully not some nonsense, child. We got 5 more minutes together before I clock out. What are your guys' final thoughts? It was Winston from BB20. I don't remember Winston. Hold on. Winston BB20. And I know somebody's going to ask this. I know I'm not going to do a proper video, for this review. This is just the review. This guy went on to Love Island? I don't remember him on Love... Okay, hold on. Let me type in Love Island. You're right. Wow, I erased this guy from my memory. But I also erased season 1 from my memory. Season 1 was the worst. No offense to the girls who do the what do they do after the island? No offense to those girls. I did not like season 1, child. Any Love Island coming to Canada? Love Island actually has a Canadian version. The problem is it's in French. So if you don't understand French, you can't really watch it, and they don't have English captions either. So yeah. But they have a black host. That's cool. That's cool. I had no idea there was a Love Island Quebec. Same thing with Survivor. Yeah, it's just Quebec. Quebec thinks that they're their own country. That's a story for another day. Someone save Mimi, but does Mimi want to be saved? That's the question. You can send somebody in to save her, but does she want to be saved? It's looking like she doesn't. It'll be interesting to see which current Islanders go on the games. Yes, I'm so ready for game season 2. Season 1 was mwah, chef's kiss. Season 2, I'm ready. I'm ready. They better bring it. And because there's now Love Island games, scrap winter. Forget winter. Don't even do an All-Stars again. I don't want that. Bring us games. I want Love Island games. That was great. So there won't be a review of today's episode. This is a review, baby. You better tune in. If there's anything that I missed, because I will watch the episode again because I missed some stuff, I will mention it in tomorrow's episode, in tomorrow's video. But this is the review. I'm not doing it twice. I'm from Quebec and I never watched it. I never knew about it before you mentioned it. Oh, well, there you go. Watch it and tell me how it goes because I want to watch it so bad. I don't speak French. Mimi is destined for better things. I agree. I just want her to see it. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to say she can choose herself, but as soon as you're single on Love Island, you're vulnerable. And that's the fear. But right now is a sweet spot because Uma has firmly placed her intentions elsewhere and Ayo doesn't have any other options. So she can't just cool off of him. And they would still just have to be coupled up because they both don't have any other real option. Yeah, I think this would be the time for her to cool off of him so we can finally be free. Woo! Cha. What would be my ultimate lineup for the games? Who do I love? Bring Yawande. I don't think Yawande would ever come back, but bring Yawande. Bring Childish Michael. A lot of the people are going to be from season 5. Mora, even though she's probably not going to do it now that she actually works for the ITV people. Who's somebody who is broke? Tyreek. Bring Tyreek on the show. I want to see him again. I want to see how he acts now that he's had his first relationship and maybe it didn't work out. Like, is he going to be an F-boy? Is he going to be a lover boy? Like, bring him on. I'd love to see that. Who else is out there who I'd like to see? The people who I wanted to see from Australia have now been on. The most recent season of Australia, there was nobody who really oh, maybe Zach. Oh, maybe Zach. Bring in Zach from Australia. I'm not mad at that. I didn't like him, but sometimes you need unlikable characters on these shows to push the story. Okay. Really, Ruchi? Ruchi's a cutie. If Ruchi comes, I hope she finds somebody because I can't watch her be a placeholder again. But I would like Ruchi. I think Ovi's aging out. Ovi would be great, but Ovi's aging out, and I don't think he wants to be tied to the show anyways. And you guys know how I feel about him. Some of the problematic stuff he says online. But aesthetically, whew, that nigga fine. Oh my gosh. That man looks so good. Lord help me. Nakia. Oh, okay. Nakia from Australia. Okay. I'm not mad at Nakia. I'm not mad. Oh, is Ty healing right now? Okay, well, let's let the man heal, yo. He could heal by December. Don't they film in, like, October, November? he could heal by the end of the year. Come on. It's only June. It's only June. Come on. Who was the girl that was partnered with Mike that was on the games last season from his Priscilla? He was partnered up with a few people. So he was partnered up with Leanne and then one of the twins and then Priscilla. So I don't know which one you're referring to. As a UK citizen, I'd like to say that the men in this series are not a representative of the caliber of men in the UK. I fully believe you because I see the UK men on my TikTok and I say, well, cheerio. Chin chin. Let me fly over to the UK and see what's happening over there because them men are fine on TikTok. On Love Island, not so much. Not so much. Isn't Ovi younger than Joey? Well, but Ovi is the one who said that he's aging out. I think that's the difference. Joey loves a camera. He could be 57. If they ask him to go on Love Island, he will go. Okay? Like, he will go. He will go. Anyways, ooh, Theo was a good one, Brooke. Theo was a good one. But I think Theo right now is with the girl who won USA season 4? What's that girl's name? She used to be blonde. Now she's a redhead. Oh, Lord. Anyways, he's with that girl. So, yeah. Will I do any interviews? You know what? I'll reach out to y'all's faves and we will see if they'll be down. It'll be unlikely because people don't really see my channel as the interview place to go. They go to people like After the Island or the official Love Island interview places. So we'll see. I can reach out and we'll see. Anyways, that is all for today. I love you guys, but I am going to have to love you and leave you. Not Sydney. That's not her name. Olivia. Yeah. Olivia. Theo's with Olivia now. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna love you and leave you. You will get a video tomorrow. A reminder, on Friday, I am traveling, so I do not know when that video will come out, but hopefully I will be at my destination by the time the show airs. So until then, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.